In the room full of tight stairs, ain't no American dream, it's just a nightmare. How dare I rap about my real life? Good Lord, I gave my all, but this don't feel right. Jiggle views, a Mr. View, but never meet. Black face, my black face can never beat. Sam O, my Cam O say otherwise. The revolution of mine would never televise. Tell a black gold still alive and kicking. But like a slave, they still trying to whip it. They still trying to kill us. I said it before, but debate don't feel niggas. And I can't even ride down the streets without being harassed by the police. And they wonder why we bang, cause the police do the same. That's the only rival game. I'm just sitting here thinking about my father, tired of today, forever scared of tomorrow was a scale I can ball, cause living ain't cheap. I dropped out of school, pops, cause college ain't free, plus college ain't me. Sitting in my class, cause it's running through my brain, but I'm too proud to ask, take it out in stride. Teachers talking bitches, and I just wanna be fly. Well, good as a degree, but there's no jobs to apply. And fast food won't do, cause you overqualified. I'm feeling like hustling, tired of the food stamps and budgeting, running in so much work, the school buzzing in. God, our risk, the only thing that we be trusting in. All else fails, I'm in the casket like fuck it then. Either get rich or die poor. Nigga fell short, got jammed up, but he tried though. I'm pretty sure my first words was survival. Looking for my problems, to my answers in the Bible. And we just children of the world, trying to decode all these secrets. My conversation with God always seemed to leave me speechless. So now I'm feeling like their religion shit is needless. Sinning was a mythology, Jesus, public school mistreated us. I'm feeling like what the fuck? They want my soul like my ancestors ain't enough. If I can't trust my own government, who can I trust? When the world turns, and Big Crit was like, when the world turns upside down on my head and I can't sleep no longer, eat no longer unless it's a full course meal. I'm tired of border wars, the cook noodles that cost a quarter. What about steak and beer? I can pay all my bills, none to love, but struggle I feel. My heart's too cold to see your goals. My eyes too cold to see your goals, and I can barely see mine. Someone say I'm blind to the fact that really, I'm blind to all these LED lights on your beams. It make me feel less a provider, but I can't splurge when I spend. It ain't worldwide when I trend, shopping for hand-me-downs. It ain't checking nigga tags on his pants we found at the flea market, checking for a flea market on his shirt. Perhaps you got some work. I ain't talking about 9 to 5, more like soaking dry, baking soda, powder pies. I can bag up anything you fry. If you got a ticket, I can sell anything you buy. Oh, I'm done, my brother. Perhaps if I sell to you and you sell to them, then we'll never sell to one another. Preach on if you must, but 2 things to remember. Don't tell on me and don't use your own product, because they'll surely thrust you into the abyss. Don't do for things you miss. Stuck in 1980s talking about you, Prince. Ain't nothing appealing about laying in your piss and walking in shit. Come about your hustle. We can ride clean if we sell double. Then them lies come, we fall victim to the stereotypical big rim slide niggas on the wrong side of town blowing loud. Double cups, both windows down. That's why I look at you and you look at me and we ask ourselves, what the fuck we gonna do now? Then said it with the glass of politics pouring out my spiritual guide, like take me to the other side. Whoever scared is camping your bottles from empty bottles are on delay up till tomorrow. Yes, we surely ride. But when the world say fuck you, how would you reply? Need the weed, don't need to feel how you whisper, it's just you and I paint pictures of hieroglyphs compared to most rap niggas, but I'll be overlooked, so I just let it slide, let it hide. I'll be so eager to tell you this wasn't real. I'll be so stupid to tell you this how I feel. But let's be honest, the real reason I'm here, to be clear, I was never the man of steel. I fell victim too many times to count. Too many times I died. Too many things I died. Now I'm love in my house. My house is not enough. It's filled with pointless things. Them things keep piling up. Those things leave you crushed till you fall. So where I can you feel me at all? Can you hear me at all? Can you steal me at all? That's Big Crit. That's big stuff. We should restrict war powers from being used against niggas. Then Killer Mike was like, the end of the Reagan era. I'm like 11 or 12, old enough to understand this shit that changed forever. They declared the war on drugs. It's like a war on niggas, a war on terror. What it really did, let the police terrorize whoever. Mostly black boys, and they would call us niggas. And layers on our belly with their fingers on their triggers, and their boots on our heads, and dollars on our crotches. And they would beat us up if we had diamonds on our watches. And never take our drugs and money as they pick our pockets. I guess that's the privilege of policing for some profits. But thanks to Reaganomics, prison turned to profits. Because slavery is the free labor, because slavery is abolished, because slavery was abolished unless you were in prison. You think I'm bullshitting to be the 13th Amendment. And voluntary servitude and slavery, it prohibits. That's why they giving drug offenders time and double digits. Ronald Reagan was an actor, not at all a factor, just an employee of the country's real masters, just like the Bushes, Clinton and Obama. Listen to the talking heads and the lots of teleprompters. If you don't believe this theory, then argue with this logic. Why did Reagan and Obama was going after Gaddafi? And we invaded sovereign soil, going after oil, taking countries as a how they pay for about an oil lobby, same as in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I'm doing the job, said they coming for Iran. They only love the rich and how they love the poor. If I say any more, then they might be at my door. Who the fuck is that? Staring at my window, doing that surveillance. So Mr. Mike Arenda, I'm dropping off the lid. Before they pump the lid, I leave you with 4 words. Glad Reagan's dead. Sight, free Boosie. Okay, this is what I learned from the streets.
Talk to him.
Handle your beef.
Me.
You playing with keys, sleep with your heat. You know, role model, little partner gotta be me. All shit ain't sweet, so it's messy. Everything happened for a reason, but it's all blessings. If you're stressing, pick your head up, nigga. Get your bread up, nigga. If you a scared nigga, niggas get their head bust on it, they catch a heart attack. They started hatch. Just left downtown, I got my 40 back. The situation stellar, nigga. I'm never smiling. Beast mode until they take me. Got that from Ivy. Any nigga who watch you up and down on something you got. While my enemies envy me, got that from Pop. If I flop, then it's back to selling rocks. Back to telling niggas they can't hustle at my block off top. My daddy raised me to hate a cop. Saw our motherfucking life, I hated cops. Cal Rich told me, niggas change when you get the flocks. Niggas told me, when I ride, I better keep it cop. That's what I learned from the streets. Many debaters, haters trying to sit at the table. We live in this black shit that is being some haters. Revolution is coming, it's time we turn the tables. This shit white folk gotta give it, but the question is they able. Cause these old teams not unique, they play out like a Sega. I was just the beginning and had shit for dinner. But now I'm kicking ass when we come out as the winner. George and Rasheed making these white folks bitter. Rapping is what we live in, they just being pretenders. Come on and fuck with George, it's the life of a nigga. Watch what you say, cause if it's dumb, I'ma get you. RP my nigga Dead Jeans had a chance to live it. The Snoop was just a young nigga out there trying to get it. I ain't gonna lie, nigga cried when they killed him. Then the nigga was really trying to accomplish a mission, but jealousy is hate, you get killed for your position. Really, he was too high. They killed him just like Biggie and Tupac. But we know his Snoop with the ooh-ah. They white folks stop lying, that's when we stop. That'll be never, plus we only getting better, making our rhymes better. We some trendsetters, man, it's cold out here, but we surviving any weather. And I knew that I'd make it out one way, rapping the trap, and I had to find another way. Before this debate shit, we was by no play. Now in a year, I can see me coaching debate. I do this for my whole team, my papa in the sky, watching over me while I chase my dreams. I seen a lot of niggas faint over weak and lean. Either you real or you fake, no in between. Yeah, nigga on, but not really how it's seen, cause the people I grew up with wanna see me in the beam. Got some partners on the corner with the motherfucking fiends, with a motherfucking dream like they Martin Luther King. The shit I'm living is real. Grew up in straight hell with people praying I fail, hoping I end in jail. Sitting with no bed in my family like, oh well, but I'm making it. Chilling with my partners, dream chasing it. Niggas that wanna give me the chance to have taking shit. Remember going to turning missions, hoping they be breaking shit. Tired of all this waiting shit and tired of all this hating shit. Finally dropped some big teams. Now everybody feel this. Ask about me, many niggas know I spit that real shit. A lot of teams rap about pistols, but they don't kill shit. Funny what these niggas out there feeling what these teams out there doing for winning shit, but I never change. I'ma keep it G. I can't fit the truth, yeah, this shit was meant to be. I came from the streets, stayed ducking police, and now my homies locked down and they waiting to get released. My daddy doing 15, hope he got on parole. Held up to this 6, he don't know when he coming home. Called this time at 15, he told me over the phone. Got so many niggas locked up, I lose track of who gone. And nigga J. Cole was like, Pocking the mic on his prime. They only care about a nigga when he writing a rhyme. Boy, Kenny Lofton. You feeling my pace? They only care about a nigga when he's still in the bass. It's like I'm built to steal. I'm fucking them all. They only care about a nigga when he dunking the ball. And it breaks my heart. The words my station, I just play my part. It's called fire like a young Richard Pryor, unforgettable quotes. They only care about a nigga when he telling the joke or when he selling some dope. And tell the river man I'd rather get to heaven with coke than live in hell and be broke. Shout out the black man who beat the odds for yelling for hope. So they asked if I could Twitter y'all and tell y'all to vote. My nigga, how could I? Knowing what I know, it's a game of charades, masquerade for the dough. Read the teleprompter, these niggas is actors on the low. Yeah, I voted for the nigga because he got the best show, like I got the best flow. On your mark, said go. I'ma keep us out the hood, but we still ghetto. Ho. Cross X next.
Whose war powers should be restricted?
White people's.
Okay.
White supremacy.
In what way do
Every war power should be restricted.
in what way do y'all go about restricting those war powers?
Well, when I got up in the 1AC and I started rhyming and rapping or whatever, I would say that I restricted the normative war powers within this debate space. That's how they go about it. Like it's a performance of being a nigga.
I have a question. How exactly does that restrict the government's ability to do violence?
Hey, why are you talking about the government?
Because your raps discuss, Big Crit discusses it, Free Boozy discusses it, and Kill Mike also discusses it the way that post-Reagan there was still violence done by the government and the police. So you have already talked about the government. I'm wondering what way you stop the police and the government from doing violence against people.
What you mean? Every day, that's what I do about it. The embodiment of the nigga is an everyday resistance to things like indefinite detention, to things like targeted killing or whatever. Okay. So I embody the self-affirmation of resistance to those things.
I still don't understand.
You know, exactly. Of course you don't understand.
Sure, can I ask you this?
He's saying it's an everyday resistance, so
I
you really
understand, but what is the purpose of the ballot or
what's the purpose of the ballot? I came here, it's like you came in, you was Ned, you plan on winning on the game some shit. I came in this debate, playing the middle, earning some shit.
What exactly does you winning do for anybody
Listen,
else.
I think you correlated two different things.
Hey, hold on.
He's trying to correlate two different things.
But I'm asking, what exactly does you winning a debate do for any of the violence that you've isolated that occurs exterior to the debate community?
Being in resistance to the violence that we did. But I feel like I didn't ask that question though to get to my. What you mean?
How is it a resistance?
How
How exactly does
resistance?
it obviate any of the harms that the police do against people?
What you getting at?
What way
What
does saying that
you
one
getting
power
at?
should be restricted?
And what you getting at is the incapacity within our autonomy of being a nigga, our ability to access those type of roads, like accessibility within saying, hey, government stop doing this, right? Because I identify within the cross section, like the big crit or whatever, is basically saying that I'm in the same relationship with the government as a slave.
And you do know creating
like,
education
hey, government,
within the
you should not do this to me.
Hold on, and you do know.
In what way does just saying that the government should not do this actually cause the government to respond?
Listen, you do know within this
I'm not-
debate space, we debate people from Harvard, Georgia, all types of different people, right? Creating an education within this round, producing some type of epistemology where those things stop. That's the only thing that anybody in this round can do. Only thing you can do for the government, only thing we can do in any situation is create education. Now, what we did right here was deconstruct a normative system. Your connection between a ballot and the government is two different correlations.
Okay,
Either talk about here or talk about out there. You can't talk about them at the same time, though.
Okay, all right. We'll do. What type of education is necessary to create to stop violence outside?
What you mean?
So you have said that there is some relation between what we do in here and what occurs outside of the debate community.
I got you.
What type of education that results from debate causes us to be able to effectively challenge
I got you.
police brutality?
The debate is a training ground to be able to use revolutionary type tactics like us being a nigga. So exactly when I get to, you know what I'm saying, embody my politics against you, I'm able to take those politics that I learned to be able to utilize against you. I take those on the outside and be able to, when I see somebody in your subject position, be able to use the education I produce in this debate to apply in that instance outside of the debate.
Sure. Okay. We're good.
Would you prefer that I email it or talk to you?
We will listen to you. This is restart P1.
Second effect.
Yes.
3 seconds.